Tesla has crashed. On the road, yes, but more specifically in the stocks. Forget everything you thought about Tesla, a Chinese automaker called BYD just stole the show. At least since the last quarter of 2023. While Tesla has been the golden boy of the electric vehicles business for years, BYD's sales are on another level thanks to China's massive push for eco-friendly cars. This isn't just a bump in the road for Tesla, it's a full-on challenge to the entire auto industry. BYD, along with other Chinese brands, are shaking up things by offering electric cars at a more wallet-friendly price. And guess what? They're not just setting their sights on China. These Chinese electric car makers are expanding globally, bringing their affordable options to Europe, Southeast Asia, and anywhere else drivers want to go green without breaking the bank. So buckle up, because you're about to see a whole lot more Chinese electric cars cruising down the streets worldwide. The electric car race gets a whole lot more crowded. Forget just Tesla and BYD battling it out. Industry experts like James Atwood from Autocar magazine say traditional car giants like Volkswagen, Ford, Honda, and Toyota are also sweating a little. These old dogs are realizing they need some new tricks to keep up with the electric car frontrunners. Atwood says the most fascinating part of this EV revolution might not even be who wins between Tesla and BYD. Instead, he thinks the real story is how these big, established automakers with over 100 years of experience will adapt to this new playing field. Can they compete with these electric vehicle upstarts who are coming in lean and mean? Tesla tried undercutting the competition with price cuts, but BYD stole the show in the final quarter of 2023. The Chinese automaker blew past Tesla's sales of 484,507 electric cars with a whopping 526,409. This surge was fueled by their crazy popular budget-friendly electric cars like the Seagull and Dolphin. Analysts are curious if this small car boom can last, though. Looking at the whole year, BYD's electric car sales skyrocketed 73% to nearly 1.6 million vehicles. That's impressive growth, but Tesla still holds the crown for total car sales in 2023. They announced annual sales of 1.8 million cars, which is a 38% increase. Here's the kicker: unlike Tesla, BYD also makes hybrids. When you factor in their 1.4 million hybrid sales, BYD absolutely crushed Tesla in 2023 with a total of 3 million passenger cars sold. While BYD's numbers of sales are impressive, it's their crazy price reductions that have really sent shockwaves through the industry. With Warren Buffett being the backer, BYD has established car makers worldwide sweating bullets. According to Michael Dunn, CEO of Asia-focused car consultancy, Dunn Insights, the situation is dire. No one can match BYD on price. Period. He bluntly told the Financial Times, boardrooms in America, Europe, Korea, and Japan are in a state of shock. So how exactly is BYD pulling off this game-changing strategy? The secret weapon? Owning their entire EV battery supply chain, from digging up the raw materials to building the final battery packs. This is a critical advantage because batteries themselves account for roughly 40% of the price tag on a brand new electric vehicle. By controlling every step of the process, BYD cuts out the middleman and keeps their costs significantly lower. This gives them a huge edge over competitors who are now scrambling to catch up in the battery tech race. The days of traditional car companies dominating the electric vehicle market might be numbered. It has certainly ended Tesla's dominance of the electric car market. A recent surge in sales by Chinese automaker BYD has rattled the global electric vehicle market. Notably, BYD's aggressive pricing strategy, backed by their ownership of the entire EV battery supply chain, has positioned it as a significant threat to established car manufacturers. While BYD's vehicles are not yet prevalent on American roads, industry experts anticipate their arrival is imminent. The current 27.5% tariff on Chinese-made EVs, comprised of a 25% tariff and a standard 2.5% import duty, may not be a sustainable barrier. Analysts like Michael Dunn from Dunn Insights argue that even with these tariffs, a hypothetical $20,000 BYD car would remain highly competitive in the US market, where the average new car price hovers around $48,000. BYD's success exemplifies the cost advantage gained by controlling the entire battery supply chain. Batteries themselves account for roughly 40% of a new EV's price. BYD's model of vertical integration allows them to streamline production and potentially undercut competitors struggling to secure readily available batteries. The disruptive potential of BYD's strategy is underscored by the success of their Seagull model. Launched in China at a cutthroat price of $11,000, the Seagull rapidly became a bestseller. Market intelligence firm AutoVista Group predicts similar success for the Seagull if it enters overseas markets. In short, BYD's aggressive pricing and control over the battery supply chain pose a significant challenge to traditional car manufacturers. Their imminent arrival in the US market, coupled with potentially game-changing vehicles like the Seagull, highlights the need for a strategic response from established players in the electric vehicle market, players like Tesla. It would interest you that the finance market isn't the only place where BYD is beating Tesla. Market experts have said they also have better executives, especially their CEO, who differs from Elon Musk in one very particular way. For now, let's focus a bit more on BYD and their market control. We already saw how BYD's control over the entire battery supply chain gives them a significant cost advantage. But their fight doesn't stop there. Even with the current import tariffs, BYD's Dolphin hatchback manages to undercut Volkswagen's rival ID.3 by a whopping 30% in Britain. That's a clear sign that their low-price strategy translates across borders. And BYD isn't just targeting Europe. They're planning to export even cheaper models to markets around the world, including South America and Southeast Asia. This aligns perfectly with China's massive 851% jump in EV exports over the past 3 years. The global electric car landscape is rapidly shifting towards China, and BYD is leading the charge. But the secret weapon behind BYD's success might be just their CEO, Wang Chuanfu. Described by none other than Warren Buffett's partner Charlie Munger as a relentless cost-cutter, Wang is a force of nature in the manufacturing world. Munger even went as far as saying the guy at BYD is better at actually making things than Elon is. Yikes! If that code doesn't send shivers down the spines of traditional car makers, we don't know what will. Wang's ability to analyze a car part in the morning and build a better one by the afternoon is a testament to his engineering genius and production prowess. Combine that with BYD's killer prices and battery dominance, and you have a recipe for disruption on a global scale. The bottom line, the electric car revolution is here to stay, and China is at the forefront. Traditional car manufacturers need to step up their game, innovate faster, and find a way to compete with BYD's unique cost advantages and leadership. This is just the beginning of a thrilling race in the EV market, folks, and BYD is setting the pace. So, BYD is a powerhouse in China fueled by a massive domestic market and government support for EVs. While they rival Tesla in size, their reach isn't quite there yet. Most of BYD's sales are within China, even with their overseas growth, explains Jing Yang, director of China corporate research at Fitch Ratings. Tesla, on the other hand, is already a global force. But BYD isn't staying put, they're aggressively expanding, with exports quadrupling in 2023 to reach 242,765 vehicles, or 8% of their total sales. They even announced their first European factory last month, located in Hungary. However, Yang cautions that Chinese EV makers like BYD are still early in their global journey and could face regulatory or trade hurdles. Established automakers in the US, Europe, Japan, and South Korea are their home turf, and these markets might put up barriers to protect their own industries. The European Union is already investigating subsidies for Chinese and American EV makers, and the US has passed legislation limiting tax credits for EVs with batteries from China. These are clear signs that competition is fierce. Global automakers are worried about a flood of cheap Chinese EVs entering their markets before they can lower their own production costs, says Yang. So, the plot thickens. BYD's aggressive pricing and dominance in the battery supply chain pose a significant threat. They're expanding rapidly, but established car companies and potential trade barriers could slow them down. This electric vehicle race is just getting started, folks, and it's gonna be a wild ride. Buckle up and stay tuned to see who emerges victorious. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications. See you next time.